It's a crapshoot. It really is. I mean, you you look at the way that the Daytona 500 finished. I mean, anybody can win. You just gotta be around at the end to do that, though. So you gotta take care of your car all day. I mean, obviously Talladega's there's a lot more room to move around and do the things that you need to do with the bump drafting and the things that go with that. So obviously, I mean, anybody can win the race, and it's just one of those things where you have to go out and take care of your stuff.
It's pretty relaxing. Honestly, Talladega and Daytona now with the two-car draft, I think it's going to be a little bit different. But normally it was a place where you could actually ride and, take your time and, fall behind and things. And, you kind of know how many laps you need to know to make sure you get to the front before the craziness starts. And that's it. You go from there.
Yeah, I feel like the restrictor plate program at Penske is very strong, and that was the best speed weeks that I've ever put together, with a couple wins and a finish in the top 5 at the Daytona 500. Talladega will be very similar now to Daytona on how the teams have gotten smarter, the drivers have gotten smarter on this two-car draft, and I expect to see the two-car draft play out at Talladega like it did down in Daytona.
I think they understand that we're smarter than going to Talladega this year than we were there last year. Our cars are going to be able to push longer. Everybody's worked on that. After what we've seen at Daytona, we could have done that at Talladega last year. You'd see guys get the two-car draft going at Talladega, but they'd get way out front, they'd get too hot, and then they'd break apart, and next thing you know, the field was swallowing them up. They didn't realize that you could just swap, get back to the guy, and take off again. So I think the reason that they made the play smaller is they realized we're going to run faster this time. Even with the same package we had there, we would run faster because we can stay hooked up longer. So they have to slow them down. I mean, that's why they did it, obviously.
It's going to be a crapshoot. You have no idea what's going to happen, or how it's going to happen. So for us, what do we worry about going there? We just worry about surviving, try to survive. Right now with the way that we saw the race play out in Daytona, we're expecting the same thing. NASCAR is expecting the same thing. That's why we had the restrictor plate change already. They're being a little bit proactive in that, and allowing us to get some testing done, some dyno testing done with the smaller plate, so we can be ready for that aspect. Because they expect speeds to be higher because we'll be pushing all the way around. Other than that, it's just Talladega.